Hoth Monster in their last-minute decision. Hello, I'm Zach with the Movie Castle. Today we're going to be reviewing Dog Soldiers from 2002. This is directed by Neil Marshall. He would later go on to direct The Descent, which is a modern classic. So anyway, Dog Soldiers, as you can probably tell from the cover, is a werewolf movie. Now, you have this team of soldiers going in for what they think is a training exercise, and along the way they discover they're more in the woods than they think. It's a werewolf movie. Anyway, so it actually, the whole movie takes place in Scotland, so it is foreign film. One of the things, and it's my fault, thick Scottish accents can be a little hard to understand sometimes. I mean, there's apparently one of the soldiers actually has the character name of Bruce Campbell, and I didn't even pick up on that until, I was listening to some other reviewer talk about this movie, and I'm like, man, I should have caught that when I was watching it. And also, the other thing, and it's just me, but they're all soldiers, so they're all military fatigues. For the first act or so, it's trying to remember which character's which. The one, though, that I did remember, because I had seen him quite often, is Sean Pertwee. He plays Sergeant Wells, and you may know him as Alfred from Gotham. So that's the one I could pick out, and he was one of the main ones. I was like, it's Alfred. Alfred's in this movie. If you don't watch Gotham, the casting on that show was really good. Alfred was great, but primarily Penguin and Riddler on Gotham were just expertly cast. So anyway, Alfred's in this movie. Group of soldiers, they think it's a training exercise until they wind up finding werewolves, and the first half of the movie it's in these woods, and then eventually they get to a cabin, and it sort of becomes one of those, you're locked in the cabin, that's the safe area, versus the outside world trying to get in. You've seen this a lot of movies, zombie movies or Assault on Precinct 13, protect the base kind of movies. It's a really good, entertaining action concept, and well, when you get to action, it's probably one of the key things that should be mentioned with this movie. This is probably the most action-packed werewolf movie you can find. It is lots and lots of guns, hyper-masculine, and the most accurate comparison is a lot of people say it's kind of like The Predator, a good action-based horror movie. And actually, it's really, really hyper-masculine. I kind of wonder, because the director, right after this, did Descent, and The Descent is about a group of women who go spelunking, so I'm like, was he trying to do, like, here's the male movie, here's the female movie, like they're conceptually related or something? You guys can figure that out. I just thought it was kind of funny. You do an all-male cast, except for one in this movie, and then you do an all-female cast in the next movie. I don't know. Maybe he's going somewhere. There are, towards the end, a few twists in this movie. Nothing like M. Night Shyamalan level, but a lot of them really do work, and you think back on it, oh, that makes sense, so that makes sense. There's one felt a little forced, didn't quite work. I'm like, but overall really strong. Yeah. If you're an action horror guy, and there's actually lots and lots of action horror movies, the Predator series, Aliens, the second one. The first one was an action. First Terminator, action horror sci-fi. A lot of people forget First Terminator was a horror movie. It walked like Michael Myers and then turned into a big skeleton. I mean, kind of obvious. Plus, James Cameron just come off of Piranha 2. Well, anyway, so that's about it. I don't want to do a big spoiler one. This isn't really a movie that you can get into spoilers or really, too much specifics, because it is wall-to-wall action. It's not like there's all these heavy plot devices, but if you're an action horror guy, go watch this. It's fun. And a little bit overlooked. If you're doing a big watch of werewolf movies, definitely throw this into the list. Top 10 werewolves, top 10 action horror. Probably. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.